across America, incredibly talented artisans are making amazing objects the old-fashioned way, by hand. On this episode of Handcrafted America, our artisans' inspiration comes from a beloved source, their families.
I'll say, I want you to make those pieces dance.
This man is a fourth-generation shoemaker. His family business is a key player in American culture.
We made boots for Reagan, James Dean, Walt Disney.
An artisan in South Carolina turns his garden into sought-after stoneware.
His work is in every state across the U.S.
These makers in California learned to make flawless replicas of vintage lanterns by looking at a picture from 1926.
You don't even have an actual replica? I'm sure the photograph is
tiny.
The lamp's like that big.
Yes.
This episode of Handcrafted America keeps it all in the family.
If you were an astronaut, a president, or even James Dean, where would you buy your shoes? Nebraska, of course.
In Omaha, Nebraska, fourth-generation craftsman Jeff Ketzler creates fine footwear using the exact same techniques as his great-grandfather, his grandfather, and his father.
The business started in 1875. My great-grandfather bought into the company in the early 1890s.
Since then, they've made footwear for so many historical figures that Jeff has trouble keeping track.
We made boots for Eisenhower and Reagan, Walt Disney and Spencer Tracy and James Dean we've made boots for. They all kind of run together.
Some of their shoes have been worn out of this world.
These were made in the early 60s and late 50s. We made these for NASA and the Mercury astronauts.
Astronauts wore these boots.
Yes.
What is it about this company that draws such an impressive clientele?
We still use all leather linings, all leather insoles, all natural fibers that you don't get today. Every boot and shoe that we make has been ordered by someone and it is tailored to their specifications and measurements.
And every one is custom.
If the measuring isn't right, then nothing's right. If you get that wrong, it doesn't make any difference how good the thing looks, because it's not going to fit pretty well.
Once the measurements are complete, they go to a craftsman who creates a paper pattern for the shoe pieces that will be cut from the leather. The leather, I get to choose.
But now you said that buckskin?
Buckskin. We get you a little white buckskin here. It's really nice.
Let me feel. Oh, it's so soft.
It is soft. This will be the base of the shoe, so now we're looking for an offset, a contrasting color for the saddles.
And I can pick anything.
Anything you like there, you bet.
This is the color blue metallic.
All righty.
It screams Jill.
All right.
We have our paper patterns and my metallic blue cowhide leather, and of course, a knife that looks awfully sharp.
What is the key here? What am I supposed to do?
Don't cut yourself.
All right, so we have, what are these?
Backstays.
Backstays. And what are those?
They go up the back of the shoe.
They go to the back of the shoe.
The buckskin stretches easily, so Jeff warned me that it's much more difficult to cut.
Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, this is not easy at all. It's like putty.
After the 16 pieces are cut, they go to the skiver. This process thins out any edges that will overlap so the seams have uniform thickness.
So we've got this perfectly skived, and now we're taking it to, I don't know what this does.
Okay,
It looks very, very old, though.
This is a hot stamp machine. We put a 5-digit number in there, and that's our work number. And then also we put your name in there in a nice gold leaf.
You personalize these to each of your customers?
Yes.
That's Jill Wagner, number 56103. It's gonna be a good shoe.
Sure, after 130 years in business, this shoemaker is bound to run into all kinds of feet. But this is kind of surprising.
Is there anybody that size? What is that size?
That's a 24 double E.
In Omaha, Nebraska, Jeff Ketzler is carrying on his family's 130-year-old tradition. making handcrafted shoes and boots that are made so well they can last a lifetime. Everywhere you look in this place screams history. Continuing with the tradition here are the old machines that are still being used 4 generations later, like this hand-cranked peaking machine that makes a decorative scalloped edge.
This is a very slow process. All right, there's my edge.
Decorative perforation is made with a small tool with 3 tiny points. It's all done by hand and by eye.
I'm liking this.
The pieces are sewn together and eyelets are punched in for the laces. This is called the upper.
So we have what kind of looks like a shoe now for maybe an elephant. So I know we have to refine this a little bit more. We have the eyelets. Now, what would we go to next?
Okay, now we got to figure out which type of last that we're going to put this on.
And a last is?
Is the form of the foot that you're going to use.
So you have, and I see behind me, hundreds. Thousands of these things.
Yes.
And they're all different. So you're telling me that you need this? Is there anybody that size? What is that size?
That's a 24 double E.
But you've never had to make that.
Yes.
For somebody?
For somebody.
How tall was that person?
He was about 7'5".
Once the last is chosen, craftsman Bill Nickel takes over. The inseam is attached and the welt is sewn on. A metal shank is put in to support the metatarsal, and a rubber cement cork combo is added for cushioning and insulation. Now we're gonna do a little work on my sole.
Well, this is a rounder.
Okay.
It has a blade here.
Yeah.
You put it up on the guide, and it'll cut the sole, and it'll give you your shape.
Okay. And do you use all these machines?
Yeah.
For every pair of shoes?
Every pair of shoes.
Wow, okay. You've been doing this a long time?
1974.
Okay, I trust you with my shoes.
Now it's cut. We'll finish cutting this with the knife.
After the sole is cut, the outsole stitcher uses a lock stitch and nylon polyester to do some heavy sewing. Then it's my turn to use something called the leveler, which ensures that every millimeter of the rubber is attached to the glue.
God, this is like rubbing your belly and patting your head at the same time. And you do that every shoe?
Every shoe.
After the heel is attached, the last step is to finish the sole off to make it one uniform black color.
A lot of the finishing things that we do, the folds, the crimps, the stitching and things like that, I think we finish the product better than other people do.
Depending on the leather, these shoes run between $350 and $500. Once the ink dries, I'm ready to hit the local sock hop.
You know, wearing these shoes makes me feel like I'm part of 130 years of tradition and part of a really great family.
When this artisan was born with Down syndrome, his parents wanted to help him find something he could be interested in, that he could love.
We went to a potter. He fell in love with clay that day.
Today, his passion has become this, award-winning stoneware.
This gorgeous pottery is made by a talented artisan who blends his love for nature with his very unique view of the world.
In Charleston, South Carolina, traditions run deep.
Our family has been in the Low Country area for more than 340 years.
This historic city is home to Helen and Mike Royal and their 6 children. But Christian, their youngest, is forging new traditions.
Christian is the only artist among our children.
The 24-year-old potter makes handcrafted stoneware.
His work is in every state across the U.S. and in Canada.
When Christian was born with Down syndrome, his parents were told that he would not be able to read or count, but they were determined to find something fulfilling for him to do.
We did not want his years and days and months to be wasted, so we decided to withdraw him from school and let him find something that he really loved to do.
They never imagined Christian's first pottery class would be such a game changer.
He fell in love with clay that day and fell in love with pottery.
That passion for working with his hands turned Christian into an artisan. Today, he works from a singular perspective, telling the story of the beauty that surrounds his family home.
All right, Christian, so you have to show me your mom's garden here, and we're gonna cut some leaves, right?
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. That's beautiful.
You big cold elephant.
I love this one. It's like an elephant.
Once Christian chooses the leaf he wants to use, he prepares the clay with a slab roller.
This is okay.
Yeah, okay, so this is our clay. He scrapes the clay smooth.
That's a good one? Yeah, okay. Christian, now you tell me. We're getting ready to imprint these, right? So we just lay it down. And then what?
Press it down.
You press it down, okay? All right. And we're making sure there's no wrinkles. Okay, am I done?
Yes.
The next step is getting it impressed in, up and down and all around. And the reason for that is that the veinage on the back of the leaf is what makes the design.
I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but
It's perfect. It's
Okay,
just
let's
great.
start.
is that good? Okay, woo!
Woo,
All right.
done.
Christian centers the leaf by using a plastic plate as his guide and removes the excess clay with a needle tool.
The next thing we're going to do is to flute it.
To flute it. What is fluting?
Well, we're going to place it on this hump mold here.
Okay.
And then we will use
Kind
two
of lift up
fingers
the sides
on top,
against the-
2 fingers on bottom, and flute it around so that it has a rolling effect.
Fluting requires an intuitive understanding of the clay to create the perfect effect.
And looks like a breeze blowing through a Charleston garden.
That's beautiful.
Christian removes some of the clay's moisture, just enough to retain the fluting, but not so much that it can't be shaped. Then he flattens the dish with his fingers, being careful not to disturb the leaf.
Ta-da!
A damp cloth takes the rough edges off, but Christian has to be very gentle.
With a little snap, it's
Right.
broken.
What do you like doing the best out of all of it?
I mean, all of it. I'm trying to be good.
You're not trying to do good, you are doing good.
The clay goes into the kiln for 12 hours at 1945 degrees. The heat burns the leaf away, leaving just an impression behind.
Now we get to dip it in the glaze. Now what does the glaze do to it?
It gives it a gorgeous green color, an
Okay.
emerald green, and has silica in it, so it's a translucent glaze, so you can see straight through to the veins and the lines.
Okay, so guys, I have a really hard time believing that that is gonna turn into a beautiful green, because it looks gray.
High firing, about 2200 degrees and above.
Okay.
It has a chemical change that turns that to a beautiful green emerald.
The glazed pieces are fired in the kiln for 11 to 13 hours.
Okay, ready? Gorgeous.
Prices range from $25 to $200. After a long day in the studio, Christian relaxes outside, shooting a few hoops and returning to the glories of nature that inspire him.
Christian Studio goes by the motto, stoneware with a charm of things imperfect and simple. And after hanging out with him today, there is nothing about Christian that is imperfect whatsoever.
These lantern makers in California are all about the history.
I feel like we're helping to restore something that was made almost 100 years ago.
Our next artisans recreate Spanish lanterns so precisely that experts can't tell the difference between an original from the 20s and one that they've just created.
Santa Barbara, California is known for its Spanish architecture, and on much of it hangs ornate metal lanterns that have been lighting up the streets of this town for almost 100 years.
So in the early 1920s, we had several very well-known architects that did a lot of work in Santa Barbara. George Washington Smith was one of them, but there are a lot of other ones.
With so much Spanish colonial architecture in this oceanside town, it's no wonder lantern maker Tanya Holroyd, the daughter of 2 architects, wound up here.
When we were young, all the way through high school, we would go touring all around Europe for the 3 months.
Years later, Tanya was making windows with her partner, Dave Polarek. She was called to bid on a project at the historic Santa Barbara courthouse.
And as I was walking through the building, the architect suddenly pointed up and said, "What about the lights? Could you fix the lights?" And I looked at them and I said, "Well, yeah, I don't see why not." A lot of the lights at the courthouse had like the whole piece here gone. And they would have photographs of the lights, how they used to be, because they've been there since 1926. And so we would get the photographs.
You work off of a photograph? You don't even have an actual replica? Nothing?
Right.
That was 7 years ago. Since then, Tanya and Dave have become the experts in Spanish lantern restoration and reproduction.
Is there anyone else making these kind of lanterns here or really anywhere else in the United States?
Well, I've looked extensively and nobody's making them.
By the way, you cannot tell the difference between one of the lanterns, the originals from the 20s, and hers. An expert can't tell the difference, correct?
Yeah. What we're making today was making a Bartolome light, and the glass that we're using is the closest that I can get to the original glass this light was made with.
So you're saying that they don't actually make that kind of glass
They
anymore?
don't make that glass anymore.
Wow, okay.
And so this is the first piece.
The Bartolome requires 18 pieces of glass, 6 up top, 6 large pieces in the middle, and 6 on the bottom. The cut glass will be added to zinc channel frames, but first, the channels need to be prepped.
These patinas are different types of acid.
Okay, so something that would usually take hundreds of years, you can do it in minutes.
We're basically aging it rapidly. Perfect. Look at that. It's going nice and dark.
That it turns right away.
Yes.
Instantly.
So now we're moving on to the exciting part where it starts to actually become looking like a lantern. And so we're going to take this glass that we cut and we're going to take one of these pieces of zinc. I'm holding it with my thumb. I'm going to take another piece over here, make sure it's in the slot, and holding it all together, I'm just going to take a piece of tape, put it on here like this.
Once the glass is set, a soldering iron tacks the zinc pieces together.
And we have a special tip on it. It's a very narrow, small tip for getting into small places.
The hot iron fuses the zinc together with the solder.
Look at that, perfect.
The glass portion is complete. I'm moving on to the next step with Tanya's partner, Dave.
All right, Dave, so I hear you're going to teach me a little bit about copper.
We're going to give it a shot, yes. This is the piece we're going to make that goes on the top of the light that you and
Okay.
Tanya just made.
All right.
We'll start with a template to create the components. Then we'll cut with some very cool-looking scissors.
These are actually aviation tin snips that guys would make airplane body skins with. So what we're going to start with is, it's just a copper cup. Starts with a disc, and I made these jigs here that it fits into.
The copper strip is set into the template. Dave snips the solder directly onto the copper, so all he has to do is set the hot iron inside and fuse the metal.
We now have that.
Perfect.
Next, Dave creates intricate detail in the copper. The technique he uses is called repousser, which means to push forward. It's a way of creating these low relief patterns, but it's also a big secret. Dave cuts the center of the patterns on a scroll saw. Then the piece is trimmed to size. All metal pieces have to be aged to achieve the vintage look. Tanya applies the patina used for copper. Once it's dry, she applies a metal oil.
And the metal oil does make it shiny to start, but it actually adds a protective coat to it.
Finally, we solder the copper to the lantern.
It hangs.
She hangs.
The lanterns range in price from $900 to $15,000. But for Tanya and Dave, the art of crafting lanterns isn't just a job. It's about making history.
We're helping to restore something that was made almost 100 years ago.
This is definitely a lost art. And it does feel good to keep it alive. And I hope someone else will take it after us.
Preserving an area's heritage and creating a functional work of art is a skill worth celebrating.
These makers' families had an early and important influence on the artisans' future work, whether it was in the form of travel and exposure to new sights, or was delivered as gentle encouragement,
With Christian, we wanted him to find his talent.
or offered as early work experience.
I've grown up doing it. I started working here when I was 8 years old. It's a neat feeling.
No matter the method, these makers' families help to create talented, passionate artisans.